Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We are just getting started. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. The referee's awarded a free kick. Oh, what a mistake! He's in, must be! Chance! Oh, what's he giving here? So a big chance now from 12 yards. This for the lead. Oh, he saved it! And that's a poor penalty.
You couldn't ask for a better opportunity to equalise, but now he'll feel like the opposition have just scored.
Surely now! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Oh, they could be caught out here. Here's found real chance. It's hit the upright. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Obadan. just skips past his man. He's going for goal! So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
It's their second corner of the game. And that's gone loose. That's rather hopeful. Now, who's going to be... And a chance! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And it's a goal! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, and he shoots! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 3 coming up. Point-blank header! And a terrific save. Could be danger here. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Fagiano Okayama are a team that take pride in possession.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave with the ball, get on it, have a go, Peter, try something different. They certainly have the players who are very eager to take that on.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. There's the shot! Whatever he had in mind. And the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Look at the space here. Chance for a shot! That is ended up in no man's land. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Can he spark a counter here? He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, football is a simple game, complicated by footballers. Why doesn't he slip that to the right?
Oh, that's a key interception. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, he's having a go! Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Great chance here from position A1. Pass just lacking in accuracy. For a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? It's a threatening... He's having a hit! And that is wildly off target.
I think it's a very fair effort, Peter, considering he didn't have much in the way of space to play with.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Lovely bit of skill.
Machida Zelvia really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
That has not gone well. Distributed tidily. He's in plenty of space here. Decent chance! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough...
He's had a shot! And it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
A case now of complete control. That'll be a throw. Mai. Lovely pass, but can he get there? What's going wide left? And the shot! It's loose, and it's come back out to him. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And for the first half, that is that. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Machida Selvia are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply. So, into the second half.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Ball looks a good one. Just the keeper in charge, surely! That's another chance! He's got it all! They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Machida Selvia are having a ball here. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
And he's spooned it over the bar.
I was expecting him to play it in until I saw his run-up.
Bienvenidos al partido de hoy.
So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're very much on the way now. La Coruña are inclined to exhibit a more cavalier approach to the game, Jim.
Yeah, possession-based football.
He's had a shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that silenced the crowd, Peter. Item 1 on the to-do list. Done.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, that's ambitious. That is decidedly lacking.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Ball's gone out of play. And the pass is intercepted. Now he's got space here. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Odegaard. Serginho. Scholes makes a move down the right. Knocks it into space. Ronaldo is flagged offside. Bergkamp. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he's gone looking for safety.
Lamine Yamal clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Oh, he's caught him in or out. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Kokchu considers his options.
The keeper is ultra busy in trying to just get everything in order. And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
La Coruña restore parity.
This is exactly the...
It's Asa! And he makes no mistake. And they're back in front. And that really is so impressive.
El dorsal 5.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Ball is over the line. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Looking for the run, and he's picked it up out wide. Goes for a shot! Zanetti. And here's Yamal. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Kukçu. Ødegaard. That has been slung wide. He is through here. Oh, shooting chance! And it's come back out to him. And a neat finish. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
La Coruña dragged themselves back again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling.
Cristiano Ronaldo! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Serginho. David Villa. And here's Yamal. Out of play for a throw. And that's definitely not his best. Kukçu. Bergkamp quietly revving up. Back towards the middle. Osimhen looking to receive it in space. Osimhen's cross. Keeper has taken decisive action. And that has left him in a heap. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Real chance! Big moment! Massive goal! Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Batistuta demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Gets a good foot in there. That's a good ball out wide. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He's shifting through the gears here. Pirlo. And that signals the end of the first period. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So we're off again.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
And here's Scholes. And it's been played through. Brilliantly cut out. Hakimi. And Silvestre. David Villa. It's a pretty loose pass. Serginho. No way he was going to let him past. Ødegaard. No, he's not going to get any further than that. And it's Serginho. And he shoots! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
You want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
So can they find a way to turn round this deficit? That's a throw. Hakimi. Probing pass. He's found space here. Now that's well seen too. And we have our very first corner. Chiellini getting this one clear. Oh, no question, that's a foul.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 20 será reemplazado por el dorsal 10.
Bergkamp. Hakimi. Can he get it through?
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Silvestre. And it's Azar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Passing is crisp and sharp. Chance! Dispatched clinically. And there it is, his 10th goal, his first mini milestone.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 9.
La Coruña choosing to make the first change.
El dorsal
I think he's compelling this, utterly compelling.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
El dorsal 19. El dorsal 10. Neymar. El
Neymar.
dorsal 15.
Hakimi.
El dorsal
Kukçu
11.
is the team's
Messi.
great visionary.
El dorsal 21.
Played out to the left flank. Yamal has the space to scheme. He's found the way through. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Chance for a shot! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
And it's Van Nistelrooy. Scholes. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Decent chance! And a goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Marcó en el minuto
And he's
73.
only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
That is good strength.
La Coruña really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
In towards the back stick. Now, can they get him away?
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Goulet. Neymar. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. He's picked his way through.
Oh, great feat, that.
And he's been shifted off it. Chiellini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Serginho has created one goal already. Goulet. Just 5 minutes left. Oh, he's on his own, and a chance!
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Very nicely done. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And the number on the board is 3. Not the most accurate pass, and he was quick to react. And he's intervened well there. Messi. Looking to play him in. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Yamal threads one in.
There they go, hunting again.
And we're done. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Roma really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being played. There were so many factors that would have got the doubters going, but I guess they'll all go a little quiet now.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
En el marcador está a punto de aparecer el número premiado de nuestra rifa de hoy. Buena suerte a todos.
Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day. Two teams, each seeking the perfect pick-me-up start at the expense of each other. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're up and running.
There's Lamine Yamal, Peter, the latest Spanish superstar. I'd like to see him get a lot of freedom on that right wing.
And is that his best position?
I'd say so, Peter. With him being left-footed, he can cut inside, but he's such an all-round threat. He has that blistering pace that he can use to beat the best defenders. And it's very difficult to stop him once he starts linking up with others, once he's made that inside run.
Yamal. Zabani kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Distributed tidily.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Yamal, upright and purposeful. And it's Rice. Played back into the centre. Takes the shot!
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Hazard. Serginho. He's shifting through the gear. Can he finish? That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Not a bad start to the game, a chance at either end already. Milan have the chance to go the other way. He's got away. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Quickly taken. And it's Koundé. Lovely bit of skill. There's a sharp little ball here. Yamal finds himself offside. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Rice. Shifted it to the flank. Neymar's cross. Serginho. And this is Ronaldo. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. It's a pretty loose pass. Played into space. The less said about that pass, the better. Pirlo can so cleverly bypass the press. Serginho. And he cuts out the supply. Ronaldinho. It's a good foot in there. He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
Probably be looking to play it square from here. Zubimendi is flagged offside. Rice. Oh, well played, lovely. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. There's the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Cristiano Ronaldo really must be thinking what he has to do to score.
It's their second corner of the game. Pirlo goes short. And now they can spring out of defence.
Might want to be careful there.
Chiellini concedes a free kick for that. That is ended up in no man's land. He can run onto that, and he was quick to react. Yamal is in a really good position out wide. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Rice. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Well, that has not gone well. Vardiol.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. And it's made its way to him. He has found the way through. And the shot! And it's there! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now. Take this momentum and force the issue even more.
Knocks it into space, and he's managed to get free. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And that's really well manoeuvred. Good chance here! Oh, he's been caught napping! Oh, good steal, he just read it. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Yamal! Pirlo. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. He is through here. Yamal! It's in! They are purring, truly purring. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
And that is indeed the final act.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, that was a gem of a half. Remarkable on all fronts. The difference is 2, but still, all things are possible. So off we go again. Zanetti. Now it's Yamal. Tries to play it through. Tacho does really well there. He is strong. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. He's found a way through. Yeah, he's fouled him there. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. This then, an ideal chance to cut the deficit. Decent hit from there. Can he get on the end of this? He's had a shot! Lovely idea, just didn't get it right.
Well, the correct option was taken in the circumstances. The correct execution wasn't.
And this is Neymar. It's Neymar! It's bounced back off the post. And he couldn't finish.
Neymar has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Yamal gets it away. Referee's given a throw. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Corner number 2 then. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's picked his way through. Picked out brilliant. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, fantastic from Ronaldo! About as smooth as it gets. With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Rijkaard simply refused to be outdone there. And the pass is intercepted. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. Well-timed, excellent interception. Tacho cuts out the pass. Rice, some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, that looks a decent ball. Scholes. Chance here to counter. Great vision. That looks a good ball through. Raya claims comfortably. Now, can they get him away? Spread neatly. Decent chance! And that's a sharp finish! They're back within reach! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So could they be onto something here? Aguero is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, good spread. Yamal is wide and looking to get onto this. Silvestre, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Not the most accurate pass. Rafael Leao. Great defending, strong and determined. Koundé gets across to intercept that. Can he get it through? Now who's going to be first to this? And that's gone loose. And this is Aguero. It's Aguero! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, they've got a big enough job on their hands as it is, Peter. They really need to be putting those chances away.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Ronaldinho, and here's Aguero, and this is Neymar. Neymar! Oh, it's come loose. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Ronaldinho. And there's the shot! They want to be quick to recover. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Serginho. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rice. Good running, strong and purposeful.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's picked his way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That's destined for the flank. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. So, who's he going to be aiming for here? And here's Neymar. Showing good feet. Ronaldinho. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Serginho. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Roma can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big statement for anyone who might be up next.
Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Signore e signori, unitevi a me nell'augurare al nostro ragazzo un buon compleanno. Bienvenidos al partido de hoy.
Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day. Two teams, each seeking the perfect pick-me-up start at the expense of each other. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So off we go then.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
It's more a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true, just another level of his expertise, Peter, but his reading of the game, for me, is masterful.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. This looks promising. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he thumps it clear. And here's Messi.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Goes for the shot! Hazard is fouled. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game. Promising one. Pirlo! Oh, that is asking for trouble. Zaire Emery. And Jamal threads one in. Zaire Emery is wide and looking to get onto this. Oh, good effort! No, couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Messi. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that has left him in a heap. Can he get it through? He's in a good position here. Oh, great keeping. Snaffled out the danger.
That's just very composed. He held his position really well, and he made him make the first move. He was always in control.
Jamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Hazard. Now it's Doué, and the pass is intercepted. Pirlo powering forward here. Pirlo proves just a little bit too strong. Now it's Messi. Played out to the left flank.
Decent attempt at, just a little mistimed.
Hazard. Has a look and plays it forward. That pass surprised everyone and not in a good way. Well read, nice interception. Zanetti. Scholes. Zanetti. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pirlo. Serginho. Gets a good foot in there. Out of play for a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Scholes. And it's Zanetti. It's Pirlo. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. The player's body language here is a bit grim, it is not looking great at all. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. Pirlo! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Mendes can get it clear. Real chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And reclaimed it in a... and he's let fly! And that will sail harmlessly past.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Serginho, and it's Scholes. Shapes to shoot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Hazard! Oh, quality save! Decent chance! No, just not quite.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Hazard with a definite fell there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Pass is just off target. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
That's a good ball out wide. Scholes. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. The chance to break through. He scores for sure! Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
En el minuto 42, el dorsal 7, Pirlo.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Yeah, that's exactly what they required, but they need to be careful now. That goal could serve as a wake-up call for the hosts.
Ball looks a good one. Oh, split-second reaction.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
He's picked his way through. Shot a goal! Oh, it rattles the bar. A wonderful effort, all by himself.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So things are underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
A little bias on my part, but Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the greatest fullbacks around, certainly when it comes to attacking creativity. So naturally, you'll be bound to see him in the final.
And he's decided to go for it. It's their first effort on goal.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
Nicely aimed pass. Tries to play it through. There's the shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. João Cancelo gets it away. We have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And here's Zanetti. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That is ended up in no man's land. It's not an especially good pass, that. Serginho. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And so we have the first set piece of the game. And that was struck with genuine force.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
And it's Cancelo. That is good progress on the left. Oh, no joy this time. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Scholes knocks it into space. Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Pirlo gets across and deals with it. Short changes him with that pass. Oh, well measured. Yamal is onto this. And a chance! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Now it's Yamal. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And here's Yamal. He has found the way through. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is Scholes! Oh, he's hit the bar! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And he's managed to get free. Chance for a shot! In he goes again! They've scored! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
The first breakthrough.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Chiellini spots it and intercepts. It's come to nothing.
Como really do like to play the long ball.
And how does that work for them?
Well, you don't want the ball just coming back at you, Peter. You need somebody in there who'll make it stick.
Hazard showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Iniesta does really well to win the ball there. Burmo, and it's Rijkaard. Serginho, quality ball. Scholes, now it's Yamal. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Good read, needed to be. Oosterwolde gets across to intercept that. And it's Serginho. And Burmo. And Burmo is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That has been cut short. Oh, that's fabulous. Could go all the way here. Opts to play it back. Serginho, looking to play him in. Hazard providing an outlet on that flank. He's found a way through. The defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. Down to business again.
Roma can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Scholes. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And it's been played through, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
And Burmo clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And here's Azar. Serginho. And it's Pirlo. And Scholes. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. He's been taken down, and the referee has pointed at the spot. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. This for genuine comfort. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Rijkaard. Counter is on.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.113 spettatori.
They've got rid. And he's only too happy to take that back. Serginho. Van Dijk makes the interception.
Iniesta.
A player who needs no introduction.
Iniesta. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Como clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Serginho.
Scholes. And it's Rijkaard.
Chiellini promptly onto that, and that is that.
Hazard.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Rijkaard.
Alexander-Arnold.
Oh, it's come loose.
Silvestre. And it's Serginho. Serginho. Looking for options for movement. Delivers the ball. And that's the keeper's ball.
Might want to be careful there.
And that is a little undercooked. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo.
And the shot!
And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Well, they've got a big enough job on their hands as it is, Peter. They really need to be putting those chances away.
Numero 5, Hazard. Numero 20. Lasciano il campo per il numero 13, il numero 10.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Yamal to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter.
Shot a goal! Brilliant from Mbomo! He's got himself an absolute peach. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Well, the ball was there to be hit, Peter, but wow, even so, that's never easy. Everything has to be perfect for that to come off.
A case now of complete control. Pirlo has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Pass just lacking in accuracy. That's put paid to the danger. That's destined for the flank. Well timed, excellent interception. So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
He's picked his way.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And that's a good finish. It could be a lifeline. 2 more needed.
And that really is so impressive. So could they be onto something here? Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Doué. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Serginho. He's looking wide. Doué. And he's found the way past.
Real chance! And yes, it's there!
And that is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And a really good game is threatening to break out here. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Probing pass. Ryan. No, that's been intercepted. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. He won't be happy with that one. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kick-off.
Now there's a headline maker, Steven Gerrard.
Focal point for any team he plays in.
Yeah, I suspect he may be deployed as a more holding midfielder, but that seems wrong.
Ibrahimovic! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Chiellini does really well to win the ball there. Pirlo. Now Van de Ven. Ibrahimovic. Couldn't squeeze it through. Ronaldinho. That's a little off target. Chiellini. That's a cute ball.
Oh, delightful ball.
So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
He's found a way through. Scholes.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And there's green grass ahead of him.
Chance for a shot! Goal! France! And France are in front.
Gol per la Francia.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Roma really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Van de Ven. He's a sharp little ball here. Van de Ven clears without hesitation. And here's Thauvin, aimed at the far side. Cruyff, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. He has found the way through. Thauvin making good progress on the right-hand side. And it's Caicedo. Caicedo carries the ball down the right, tries to get it clear, and the shot! And it's in! They are purring, truly purring!
Gol per la Francia.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
France are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
And that is expertly dealt with.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
He's picked his way through. And that's the keeper's ball.
France really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Hazard providing an outlet on that flank. He is through here.
Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And we have our very first corner. And it's a poor one. Hazard showing good feet. No way he was going to let him past. And now they can spring out of defence. Van de Ven. He's got away. And they're quick to get it back. And it's Scholes. Reaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? He's free, he has got space. Ronaldinho, a player who needs no introduction. Thauvin. And it's Caicedo. Space for him to turn and look. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Now there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. Chiellini attempts a clearance. Now the cross. It carries far too far and out of play. Pirlo. Played out to the left flank.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. And the counter is on. And that brings the first half to a close. Some first half thoughts?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those two goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game. And it's easier said than done, as we know.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. Here is the first touch of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Shoots! Silvestre can clear it away. That has not gone well. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. And he lines up a cross. And a header! And again! Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
France find a position of real strength now. Chiellini. Pirlo. Spread to the right. And it's Rice. Played for Chiellini. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And the ball's gone astray. Suarez was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Spread neatly. It's a promising position. Chiellini cuts out the pass.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Pirlo. Chiellini. Now Van de Ven. And it's Zanetti. Van de Ven. He's having a pop! Just wouldn't stay down for him.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
This looks promising. Neatly clipped into space. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Played out towards the right wing. Nice control. Thauvin. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Barella. Zanetti. Now Cruyff. Rice. He's had a shot! And that is high.
Roma are showing good urgency, but they have to place more emphasis on service into the box.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 8. Lascia il campo per il numero 24.
Oh, terrible mistake. Oh, great chance! It's a goal! They're back within reach! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
So could they be onto something here? Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, he's having a go! And needless to say, that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Ronaldinho. Zanetti. And Güler. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, well played. Silvestre. And it's Thauvin. Thauvin makes a move down the right. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Oh, he's found support out wide. But that is good defending. It's been repelled.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 17. Viene sostituito con il numero 11. Cristiano Ronaldo.
He's being urged to shoot. Pinches it off him. Buccaneering run he's making. Shot, it's Luis Suarez! Rafinha, Caicedo gives no quarter whatsoever. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Ibrahimovic. Nicely spread. And he stands tall, impenetrable. And this is Ronaldo. The ball goes in. Ronaldinho getting forward.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Little doubt, that is a foul. This could spell real trouble. We know he has already been booked. Pirlo has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow... Oh, good effort! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Oh, they could be caught out here. And he's managed to get free. And that is masterful defending. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Suarez. Luis Suarez! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping. And that is as far as it goes. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Roma desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch. And you're never going to win like that.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Caros espectadores, bem-vindos a este jogo.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
So it's away we go then.
Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he...
Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position. Del Piero!
And that was very necessary.
Oh, this looks sharp.
He's having a hit! Well, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
Schneider.
Wriggles his way through.
Oh, that's ambitious. Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Stood up well to him there. Scholes. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Barella. Nice looking ball. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And he cuts out the supply. Zanetti. Aimed beyond the defence. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look.
And a chance!
It's loose, this time surely! Goal! Barcelona!
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Barella. That's a good run down the left. No, he is not giving anything away.
Porto are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And he's found a way. It's Bale!
It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
And this is Schneider. Big chance! Chiellini attempts a clearance. Tries to pass it through.
That looks a good ball through.
Thuram. Now it's Bale. Bale going forward. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
He is through here. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing.
Schneider. Schneider makes a dash for it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Schneider plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Roberto Carlos finding himself in space, and he shoots! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Zanetti. No, again there's no way through. Pepe is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Rice. Alexander-Arnold. Good running, strong and purposeful. Messi. Barella does well not to be outdone there. Oh, that's well spotted. Benatia.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Good chance here! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
And it's Schneider. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bullet! Incredible! Just incredible! You just know there is no stopping that.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
He's having a shot! Van der Ven gets it clear. Vieira. Thuram. Threads one in. Ibrahimovic gets into a good position.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de compensação.
Schneider. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Bale. Oh, just skips past his man. Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? Caught offside that time. That is the end of the first half.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
To change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Barella did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. And it's played forward, and he's straight offside. And it's Bale. Bale.
Such good technique.
Bale showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Vieira. And they can counter here. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Barella. Barella cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Chiellini. And Hullet! Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Great chance here from position A1.
Well, this certainly fits the bill when it comes to the man for the occasion.
Roberto Carlos! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Looks to me as though this is probably a little too far out for a shot. That is some save from Khan! Oh, nice touch.
That was lovely, that.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It is a corner. Porto with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Good play! Goal! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Porto cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
And he's been shifted off it. Can he get on the end of this? Vieira.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
And this is Ronaldo. Shot a goal! It's a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who is left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Scholes is onto it in a flash. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Pass is just off target.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite...
Goulart is the guilty party there. And no surprise, that's a booking. Now he's got space here. Shot could be on. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he is going into that little black book.
Substituição para o Barcelona. Número 19.
Barcelona can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Schneider. Número 9. Número 11. Número 18. Bale. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 22. Número 14. Número 20.
Half an hour gone in the second half.
21.
And here's Suarez.
Número 15.
Neymar.
Luís Suárez.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Luis Suarez!
And he couldn't finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
He's gone for goal. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Oh, that's neat. And this is Roberto Carlos.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Neymar. It's Neymar! Oh, he's done it! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it.
Truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Barcelona have their lead.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
And it's Vieira.
Roberto Carlos.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Mbappe. He's on it. Can he get away? Real chance here. Chance, surely!
Porto have a free kick. This could spell real trouble. We know he has already been booked.
Vieira has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card. He's found a way through.
Shapes to shoot!
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. He's shifting through the gears here. Neymar. Plenty to aim at here. Oh, what a big...
Roberto Carlos!
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Carlos is offering a wry smile there.
He's come in hard.
That's really well manoeuvred. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough.
Porto can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go toe-to-toe until the end.
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, it's got to be said, Peter, it's a day to forget for the players at the heart of a defence who were just getting beaten way too easily on so many occasions. But I think the manager, too, has to take responsibility for his failure to stop the leaks.
And with that, it's time for me...
Bienvenidos al partido de hoy.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're very much on the way now. Andrei Shevchenko, Jim, European Player of the Year, League winner, European champion, the top scorer in Italy on more than one occasion. It's an extraordinary list of achievements.
It certainly is.
Ibrahimovic! He scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Marcó en el minuto 4.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Zanetti did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Nicely aimed pass. Stam. And the keeper's given it away. Decent chance! And he hits the net. They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks.
Marcó en el minuto 10. El dorsal
Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Porto are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. That's been slipped through. It's Ronaldinho! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Ronaldinho. That looks a good ball through. Oh, that's a fine interception.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Scholes. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Aims beyond the defence. Messi. He is through here. And that's played in low. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Plays it in low.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he gets rid in a hurry. And that's been won straight back. Albert Ferrer unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, football is a simple game, complicated by footballers. Why doesn't he slip that to the right?
Goulart gets a foot in here.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Roberto Carlos. And here's Berbatov. The ball has bounced loose now. Knocks it into space.
Scholes really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Pass isn't the best. Half an hour played now. Well, that looks a decent ball. He's in plenty of space here. It is a corner, good chance. And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Tries to play it through. Shevchenko. Shevchenko! That's another chance. Nearly, but not quite.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Not the most accurate pass. Desai. Not where it came from. Scholes. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Porto have a free kick. Roberto Carlos.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
That's a throw. That's a look and place it forward. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And he is going into that little black book.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
And that is a routine catch.
I was expecting him to play it in until I saw his run-up.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Looking for the run, and he welcomes it in, and he welcomes... And Shevchenko! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Barcelona really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
This possibly the last play of the half. He'll try for distance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life.
Played towards the front line. Stam kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Pass is just off target, and he's cleared it out of harm's way. Great vision, and this is Gerrard. And he's quick to get rid. And that signals the end of the first period. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Porto clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Porto looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time.
Away we go again. Oh, good spread. Thinks one through. Goulet, that's a cute ball. That has ended up in no man's land. Roberto Carlos. Nicely spread. Can he get on the end of this?
There they go, hunting again.
Neymar, it's a pretty loose pass. Albert Ferrer. Looking to play him in. Gerrard. Scholes goes sliding in. That's really well manoeuvred. Somewhat off target. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Oh, this looks sharp. Can he get it through? Space for him to turn and look. And this is Berbatov. Berbatov! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 19.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
7. El dorsal 13. Ronaldinho. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 21.
And here's Yamal. And that could set him on his way.
El dorsal 14.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Oh, it's come loose. And he's following up. Just cruising. They are cruising. With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing.
Minuto 66, el dorsal 20.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Distributed tidily. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Berbatov might just make this. And it's Rodri. And here's Gerrard. Yamal has it out wide and in space. Nice interception, well timed. Can he finish? Well, that is remarkable.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Just eases him off the ball. Desai. No, again there's no way through. It'll be a throw-in. Barcelona are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
En el Barcelona, el dorsal 11, Gerard, el dorsal 18. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 9, el dorsal 22.
Oh, shot, surely! Out for a throw. There's the clearance, and he's quick to snatch it back. Looking for a runner. That's an imaginative pass. Shoots! Well taken goal. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
That's brilliant control, Peter, from an awkward height too. You know, it's great improvisation here.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? That has not gone well. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Threads one in.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
There's some great run. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And he has shown him a yellow card. Now it's Rivaldo. Bale. Caught offside that time. Five minutes left on the clock. Zanetti kept his eye on it, and he's there. Desai promptly onto that, and that is that. Yamal finding himself in space, and he's there to get it away. Tries to pass. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Porto really could have done without this. The keeper doing his best to put him off. That is some save from Khan.
Habrá 6 minutos de descuento.
Zanetti, a man never lacking in drive or determination. He's picked his way through. Now the cross, well read, and the danger is averted. And he cuts out the supply. Tries from distance. And that is doing no harm at all. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, well played, well played. That's going to go a long way. Referee's given a throw. Cleared away. So that's it. It is all over. Porto are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief can draw great satisfaction from it. Neymar claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.